Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of just determination. Obviously, spacing and being in the right spots can help. But coaches definitely made a. If he told you about it, you think he definitely told us about it. So something that we've been stressing and something I think could be a huge strength for our team. As far as for me, it would just be more so making sure we had a proper spacing. So um, there's dump off opportunities, corner kick opportunities. Rim pressure comes in a lot of different ways. So it's something that we got on our minds for sure.
Is there anyone else on the team who you feel like could be a particularly big contributor to upping that volume this season?
Yeah, there's a few guys. There's a few guys. I hope you'll have your answers tonight for sure.
What do you remember from how this team looked game one last year against the Wizards?
Not much. Not much. Um, Again, this is an exciting time of the year. You always, get up for the first game. It's the start of the season, so it's exciting. But I'm not really sure how much it means in the long run. But definitely want to get out to a good start tonight.
For as well as you guys played last year, you obviously dealt with injuries basically all throughout the season. With everybody back, sort of what are your expectations for what you guys are capable of, and what are you looking for early in the year?
Yeah, we just hope to get off to a good start. I think there should be some continuity there. Although this core hasn't played that many games together, like you said. But last year we were in a completely different position, brand new team without Pascal. So this year, we got everybody back. We had a full training camp, a full summer, and so you hope that, you get out there and if nothing else, you play hard and you stay together and you have energy and you try to execute and, you live with the results.
What could have been classified as nerves earlier in your career, how has it manifested now to this point for you personally?
Anxious, I guess, is the probably the same thing. Just, this is what I love to do. It's just, I really love the sport and the game, and I love being a competitor. So, I can't say I love practicing and shoot around so much, but I really love to compete and play. So it's just the only thing that's been on my mind, and I'm just excited to get it started.
I know you're very focused on what you guys have going on there, and I know you don't really follow traditional media
Mm-hmm.
for news and what's going on in the East, but how do you measure when it comes to like the gut check of where you guys are and what you're planning to do?
I always just do a big picture thing where we'll see. There's always the noise and the storylines that we have to entertain ourselves with every day. They're writing people off after last night's two games, so it's early. But we'll see. I think if we just put our heads down, continue to work and grow, and find ourselves in a good position at the end of the season, we can definitely make a mark. And I definitely view us as one of the better teams in the East, and we got some work to do.
When you think of threats to like tangible things like experience,
Mm-hmm.
time together, chemistry, those things that you kind of use?
Yeah, I think you got to look and see like what do you have in your toolbox, and we have quite a bit. And we got some young talent, athleticism, we got size, we got versatility to switch, we got some scoring. We have a great coach, we have a great home court. Like there's all of the things. We have some experience, we have inexperience, so we got a lot, and it's just a matter of putting it together and seeing what that looks like for us over the course of the season.
There's obviously a lot of talk about the amount of 6'7", 6'8", long, athletic guys you have on the team. As the one guy who plays a lot who isn't necessarily in that qualification, what is it like to be surrounded by all that athleticism and the kind of the way you guys are uniquely built compared to just about any other team?
Yeah, it's like being an ugly stepchild. You know what I mean? Just being, the odd man out. But I'm 6'9" in my heart, so we go out there and make it work. But I definitely hear and feel and see other teams experience, the defense and the length and just the amount of guys that we have that just keep rolling out and keep rolling out. So you can see that from people that we play against. They talk about it, that you can see it on the court, and I'm glad that I'm on this side of it.
When you say you see it, like what do you see? Like when you see them reacting to it?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of just having so many guys that look alike, that stand alike, that play alike, closing gaps down defensively. You got the arms, you got putting pressure on the rim, running around. It's a lot. When it's good, it's great. And so when we got it going, we look really, really good. And We just got to try to maximize the times that it looks good and minimize when it doesn't.
Does
Right.
that dictate your off-season training? I mean, obviously a lot of focus was coming back and getting back normal, but
Mhm.
obviously there's gonna be a lot of action off the ball, for you,
Mhm.
creating in different ways. Does that inform how you prepare with conditioning?
Yeah, absolutely. You just try to make sure that you're in whatever shape that you need to be to be who I need to be for this team. So definitely put that on the board this year. And I've been in the top of the league in minutes and miles ran and whatever stats they can come up with. So I'm working, and each year that goes by, you got to continue to try to find a plan that can have your body ready to sustain that for the season. And I feel really good going into the season.
Fred, what can you say about Scotty's leadership kind of year two, welcoming the new guys into the team and, kind of have gone through that last year as a new guy on the team? What can you say about how Scotty's evolved as a leader?
Yeah, he's growing. He's growing every day, and that's going to be important, for us as a team and for him. In his career, he's got all of the characteristics and qualities that you would want in a leader. And, he's got to continue to learn and figure out what's his leadership style going to be. So we like to, sum it up as there's always one leader of a team, but I've always believed that there will be multiple leaders in different ways, and I think Scotty is definitely going to be one of those guys, and he can carry a lot of weight for us in that area.
And what can you say about his friendship with Juancho? It seems like they've kind of gotten along really well early on.
He gets along with everybody, so I can't speak to that. I could see it, but he treats everybody the same from where I sit.
You said you think you're one of the better teams in the East. Do you think this team gets the respect it deserves around the league from in other NBA circles as one of the best teams in the East?
No.
Why not?
We'll be here all day talking about that, but it doesn't matter. It's been the same thing every year, and my answer is always that we got all of the love and admiration and respect we could ever want when we win a championship. So let's put that on the board, go try to figure out how we're going to do that, and that's who gets the love at the end of the season. There's only going to be one team crowned.
Can you use that to your advantage when you don't get that respect from other teams as one of the better teams?
Yeah, I think so, if you need it. I've never really been one of those guys, but I think if you're at this stage of your career and you need respect from other people to get you going, then you're probably already behind. So there should be enough internal motivation without it. But if you need extra fuel, it's there for sure.
Fred, when you look at the calendar for October for this club, there's an opportunity to put the league on notice, basically, on what you can achieve this year, and basically reinsert yourself back in the conversation in the East for the others that are already setting you aside. How do you see that?
I'm not really concerned with the conversations, to be honest. I would rather be, the talk of the town at the end of the year versus October. So the schedule is always tough to me. I don't really view the opponents we play like you guys do, because those off nights nobody thinks about are the hardest games you can play. So we got our work cut out for us early for sure as some of the top teams. And just, after this one, we got Miami, Philly, so we definitely got some work to do. It's a good stage, a good spotlight for us, and we'll see where we are.
Precious.
Yes, sir.
I asked you at the end of last year about going up against Embiid and putting on weight. You're going up against some big guys tonight. What did you take away from that series and implement this summer to allow you to take on some of the bigger bigs like you have tonight?
I feel like I have an advantage over them in terms of speed, so I'm gonna try to use that, to my advantage. I'm quicker to the floor, to the ground than them, faster than them, so I'm definitely gonna use that today while we play them.
Is it just about leaning into those things as opposed to trying to beat them at their game? You play your game. And
Yeah, I wouldn't try to go beat them at their game. They taller. I can't grow, 6 inches between now and the game. So, but yeah, so try to use what I have, just play the game within my strengths. Yeah.
Precious, can you kind of put into context just, the journey that you've come through in your career and your kind of, year two with the Raptors? What's it like to kind of go into this season having already gone through 1 year with them, and sort of what are your expectations for the year?
My expectations for the year, of course, win. Go further than we did last year in the playoffs. Win it all. Also, just I'm trying to be the defensive anchor, of the team, defensively, and then I feel like the rest is going to take care of itself.
And then in terms of trying to, you said you want that defensive anchor role. How important is it for you personally to try and get as big a role as possible, and make sure you're on the floor for as many minutes as you can, and Nurse is trusting you in those situations?
I think defense is something that's needed all through the game. I think when it comes to, important or crucial point of the game, if I'm doing what I should be doing right defensively, I think that's gonna make me be on the floor, or make me to be on the floor a lot more.
You mentioned using your speed and quickness to make up for your lack of size. You guys obviously have a ton of guys your size, play pretty unique lineups with everybody like that. What do you see from teams when you're going up against them? You guys are all flying around making plays, and they have to try to navigate the amount of length and quickness and speed you guys have out there all at once.
I mean, we have size as well, and we have speed and quickness combined with our versatility on both sides of the floor. I think a lot of teams are going to find themselves in a lot of mismatch problems this year just because, of the way we are, the team built, or the uniqueness of the team. There's always a mismatch, so we're just trying to exploit the mismatch depending on what the defense gives to us.
Do you enjoy playing that way? Like
Yes.
having kind of a unique team that's different from everybody else?
Yeah, I enjoy playing that way. It's just different, and I think just the fact that we are interchangeable in a lot of ways is unique, is different, and I like that.
Precious, Nurse has talked before that to motivate this team, he sets individual goals for every players, like all-star nods and stuff like that. Do you have any goals like that this year, maybe an MIP or Sixth Man of the Year award?
Yeah, of course. Not just that, also, I want to be talked about as one of the well-respected guys defensively around the league this year, first and second team all defense, stuff like that. Like I said before, I feel like if, I take care of that, everything else is going to fall into place.
Do you and Scotty hold each other accountable on defense because you guys kind of have a similar goal?
Yes, we do. We actually do. We mess around all the time. Yeah.
When you look through the offseason with the teams adding up in the East, your team obviously didn't make many moves, but how do you think that continuity and training through the summer with Rico and LA and then training camp will help this team actually just fare well against those teams?
I think we got better individually, and in turn collectively, just because we're a really young team, and just being able to do what we did last year, I think we put the whole league on notice. A lot of people didn't really have us going that far last year, so just being able to return the majority of the guys from last year, back this year, and also given the fact that we're really young, we're only going to get better from here. And as time goes on, maybe add a couple pieces, and see how that goes.
Forgive me if you guys already asked this, but when you talk about just want to be more athletic and kind of moving around, being able to be a team that's highly switchable, was there anything this summer that you put in work-wise to get you to that point to kind of fit into that?
Yeah, I mean, just tighten up every part of my game. Are you asking a defensive question? Yeah, I mean, defensively, it's just, I don't know. Defense kind of comes natural to me. I don't really know. I know a lot of people work on it. I mean, there's ways to work on defense, lateral quickness, if you can improve that, speed, agility, all that kind of stuff, you could do that. That stuff kind of comes naturally to me. Of course, you want to get faster, you want to get stronger, you want to jump higher, you want to, move better. You do mobility stuff and all that kind of stuff. I did, all that stuff over the summer, and kind of like helps into the gifts I already have. And I'm sure a lot of other guys did as well, So, yeah, I think just with that type of work that we put in over the summer, I think we're going to be unique defensively this year.
Have you noticed with just the growth even of some players, the level of communication and the tone around how you guys communicate during timeouts? Is that
Yes, absolutely. I think guys understand each other a lot more better now, just because of obviously a year playing together. Guys understand just how to communicate, and yeah.
Precious, you mentioned being the defensive anchor for this team. I feel like a lot of the big men around the league being the defensive anchor is like playing in a deep drop or like a one-man zone, being close to the basket all the time to protect the rim and rebound. For you, I feel like it's a lot more motion. Like you're coming up higher and ball screen coverage, like you're on the screen or you're rotating to the rim. What are the challenges that go along with anchoring a defense in that way, and what are the benefits you feel like for you and the team?
I mean, just because of my versatility defensively, I think last year I got a lot of ball screens until I'm guarded a primary ball handler, and I think I got in more of those than actual other parts of the on defense. But even in situations like that, being able to, if I'm guarding a primary ball handler and they're trying to get me off of him, that means they're trying to put someone else on him, and me being able to communicate, and navigate the defense or the offensive player to do something that he's not trying to do is also a way of anchoring defense, I believe.